Bambushi Happy Hour. Let's talk Big Brother Season 27. I am Peju Bambushi Roethlisberger.
Hi everyone, I'm Naomi Bambushi.
And today is day number 73 in the Big Brother house, and we just had a double eviction. Before we begin, guys, don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. We want to know all your thoughts about tonight's double eviction. So, Ma, you know, we always like to start everything off with a toast. And tonight we have to toast to two evicted house guests. We can't say their names yet, but we got to toast to two. So you ready?
Okay, let's lift our glasses to the two evicted house guests who will remain nameless for the time being. Let's just say they're gone but not forgotten.
Okay.
Continued success, long life, prosperity, health, wealth, happiness. Salud.
Salud. All right. Time to get into the action, guys. All right. So we know that going into this double eviction, Vince was the head of household. We know on the block was left was Lauren, Keanu, and Kelly. So the episode, we see all of the fighting that Morgan and Vince are going through. We talked about it in the edits, you know, and much more in detail about about the live feeds with they were fighting like a angry married couple. What I think is that there was a lot of sexual tension between them. I know nobody really wants to say that, but I'm gonna say it because I feel like if they were able to just kind of like hug and kiss and make up, that they wouldn't fight so much. Right. I mean, they make up, but you get what I mean. So
yes. So
we saw all of that. Yeah. We saw that Morgan was really trying hard. She wanted to make sure that Vince chose her over Lauren, and that was a big fight for the entire week. So let's fast forward to the first competition, which is the blockbuster competition. Now, this blockbuster competition, Mom, was weird. They all had to dive into like a little box where inside the box was a bunch of dust or confetti, not dust, but like a bunch of, paper, and underneath it was some balls. And so you had to find the balls, and you had to run up the stairs, and from up on the balcony, you had to drop the balls into a basket, and there you had to get 4 balls into this basket. And it seemed like it was kind of difficult.
It was a very narrow basket.
Right.
The basket was just a tiny bit wider bigger or wider than the actual ball.
Right.
So you had to be very accurate.
Yeah.
You didn't have a whole big wide basket to throw the balls in,
Okay, so
you had to be
did you think this was a good comp?
Well, yes, it was difficult to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, It was very difficult to do for Keanu and Kelly because the winner is Lauren.
Right.
So Lauren won the blockbuster, and after all of that fighting that Morgan and Vince had this week, and Ashley about getting Lauren on the block, Lauren takes herself off the block, and we have Keanu and we have Kelly. But what are they going to do? Are they going to keep Keanu or are they going to keep Kelly? Well, as far as we know, the last thing was Lauren told Vince that in order for me to trust you, I need you to keep Kelly. I need you to vote Keanu out. And he promised Lauren that he would do that. But of course, he promised Morgan something different, and he promised Ashley something different, and of course he promised Vince something different. And at the end of the day, he broke the tie because it was a
Vince
time.
Something different.
No, Vince. I'm sorry, Keanu.
Right.
Keanu. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So as the head of household, the vote came down 2 votes for Kelly to stay and 2 votes for Keanu to stay. And guess who broke the tie? Mr. Vince, and Vince voted Kelly out against Lauren's wishes. Now, were you surprised that Vince voted Kelly out, Mom? Over Vince. I keep saying over Vince, over Keanu.
No. I wasn't really, because Vince also has some sort of bond going with Keanu.
He has a bond going with everybody. And guess what? Kelly mentioned she had a final 2 with him. She had a final 3 with him. She had a final 2 with Keanu. And we know he had a final 2 with Lauren. So Vince just had his hands, final 2 in with everybody.
Well, I wasn't really surprised, simply because it's Vince. And Vince, as you say, he really is all over the place. But I wouldn't have been surprised no matter whichever way. Right, you know. So, yeah.
Kelly gave her a little interview with Julie. And she was much more personable and funny.
She was funny, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And much more likable.
And she was totally more likable when she was on her way to the jury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, guess what?
But she did, wait a minute, don't forget, she tried to blow up the house when she was leaving.
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Oh, you said everything she said?
Well, I hope I did. She yelled it out about Vince.
Yeah, about Vince. And she says, oh, yeah, he's listening to Morgan.
Oh, that part I didn't mention.
Yeah.
That and Morgan gets what Morgan wants.
Morgan gets whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, moving forward, as we said, we have a double eviction. So now we have the next head of household competition. And this head of household competition was kind of like the shuffleboard, but only with like a little ball. And, you know, you have to make sure that it doesn't go off the board, but it goes into like a little landing spot. And I think you had to get 5 balls. And the winner is Morgan. Morgan is the head of household. And so, who do you think Morgan is going to choose? Her nominees are Lauren and Keanu. So there they go, back again on the block. And this time, they had another opportunity to save themselves with the power of veto. Now, the power of veto competition, to me, was pretty easy for a power of veto competition. You look at, some screens, like there's like 3 different choices, A, B, and C, and you have to find where the mastermind is.
Right. It was really observation and memory.
Right. It was very easy. It came down between Keanu and Morgan. Morgan forgot to do her timetables. Keanu didn't do them either, but he was a little bit closer than Morgan.
Right.
And he won power of veto. Now, it was probably good that Morgan didn't win this, because she just didn't, there was no reason for her to win this.
She didn't need to win it, right.
Yeah, and Keanu saved himself, got off the block. Morgan nominated Ava. We knew when she nominated Ava,
so now it's Ava versus Lauren.
Ava versus Lauren. You only need 2 votes to go home. Vince voted to keep Lauren. Ashley and Keanu voted Lauren out. So Lauren is the 4th juror she's the 4th house guest going to the jury. And Lauren was Lauren in the, interview with Julie. She was very nice and very friendly, but, kind of shy and kind of didn't give a whole lot. Lauren is likable, but Lauren is also not exciting. And that really is truth.
Right.
She, is good athletically, but personality-wise, a lot of it didn't show.
Yeah, she certainly didn't give a lot. She may be one of those kind of people you just have to really get to know.
Right. And that's not good for a TV show.
No, because TV show wants you to be giving.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, are you upset, or did the people go home that you wanted to go home, or to the jury house?
You know what? I found myself really just cheering for whoever performed the best, because the numbers are so small. The numbers are dwindling now, and now I think it really is just about who has been fortunate enough and clever enough and tenacious enough to have, and lucky enough or whatever, to have stuck to it for this long. Mm-hmm. So I was I didn't have like real strong feelings toward anything. I have to say, I feel Mickey is very hard.
Mickey?
I'm Mickey. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Morgan. I'm thinking, but Mickey didn't even make it to jury. Mm-hmm. But no, Morgan is very intense. She really is. She was very focused, and I don't know, she just seemed just to be really all into the game. She really seems to be taking it more seriously than a lot of them. Maybe she's just more demonstrative. You know, maybe it's that she's so slim, so she looks, you know, real intense or whatever, you know. And maybe it's one of those kind of things. But, and I found myself, you know, kind of cheering for her. But I was also cheering, I kind of didn't feel, you know, didn't necessarily want Lauren to lose. Because I didn't feel that Lauren really did anything to anybody.
No, she didn't.
You know, and...
she didn't do anything to anyone.
No, you know.
But what Lauren didn't do was Lauren needed to play her own game.
Well, that's the problem.
That was the problem.
Well, that's the whole problem. That's the whole problem. So
that was just kind of my issue with Lauren.
So I really, you know... Kelly was not so nice in the house, and so I didn't care if Kelly went.
Kelly was not nice in the house at all, and she was annoying.
Yeah, so Kelly, it didn't matter to me about Kelly going, but I wasn't, you know. I mean, it was a sort of equal. Keanu, I kind of begrudgingly am okay with him.
Yeah, like he's entertaining, but he's also gets on your nerves.
You know, there's a lot of things about Keanu I didn't care for, you know, initially. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But he's still there. I've seen him make some different moves. So, you know, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes with Keanu.
Okay, so we are in...
But it was very exciting.
It is. We are in the final 5 now. Morgan cannot play in the head of household coming up, which will be probably, I guess they won't do it tomorrow. They may do it on Saturday. I'm not sure, but they're going to do another head of household quick because time is winding down.
So she can only be head of household 2 days?
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
I'll follow up and let you guys know because because they changed up everything. Yeah. You see it, and there's no more Blockbuster. Thank God.
That's enough of that. And the September 28th is the finale.
It's the finale, right? Which is in 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you want to see win head of household?
Ashley.
Okay. We will see.
We have not seen that yet.
We have not seen that. Ashley needs to win head of household, you know, just for her resume, because right now she doesn't really, even though she's working, she's doing stuff, she's gaming a little bit, but she really needs something on her resume. Right. You know, of course, Keanu might win, and you know, if Keanu wins, he's probably going to put up Morgan and Ava or Morgan and Ashley. I don't think he'll put up Vince because, you know, Vince is a guy.
I think he will go Morgan and Ava because he's kind of he and Ashley have.
But you can't trust him.
Well, I know that, but I'm just guessing. I mean, he's got to put up 2 people, so yeah. I think he gets along better with Ashley than Ava.
But here's the thing. Ashley can't stand Keanu and wants him out really, really bad now. She had like a whole...
She switched?
She was really upset the other night. So I don't know how much Keanu, you know, it takes him a minute to get things. So I don't know.
Well, then let's just put it this way. Then he doesn't have a rapport with either the Ashley or Ava.
Listen, they all want Keanu out.
Yeah. So well, let's see.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we will see.
And I can understand him wanting Keanu out.
Yeah.
And Keanu he's a comp beast for however many comps are left. And then, you know, plus he, you know, let them all know that he intended to, you know, send them all home one by one.
He did.
And he's doing a hell of a good job of it so far.
Okay.
And he's gotten pretty far.
He has gotten pretty far. So anyway, let's see what happens, guys. A really, really good episode, really entertaining. I will be back to update you guys either tomorrow or Saturday, depending on what the outcome is of this whole like head of household. They normally give them like a day or 2 in between head of household wins during a double eviction, so we'll see. All right, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you for tuning in, and we will, like I said, I'll be back with other updates soon. See you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bambushi Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.